the final lower bracket game that I am able to cast on my stream. After this, they're all going to be on the ECL mainstream, so go listen to those guys. But for now, we've got Boss versus InControl in ECL Season 50 Cup 1. Let's get into it. Boss starting things off on the CT side, InControl on the T side of their own map pick of Overpass, which is just brought back for this season. Looks like we're going to have some contact in connector, possibly. We got both pairs of dualies on the CT side for Boss. And InControl will walk right on in. JS Feltner taking that fight early on. InControl will dumpster Boss as they try to make their way up through Con. Free Cup taking a lot of contact here, handled by Calamity. And InControl living up to their name as they speed toward the A-bomb site. Ben Leet not going to let them get there without a fight. One headshot to the good. And good damage onto Calamity as well. Will send InControl right back down through connector over to that B-bomb site. And they will get there before Boss. So even with these kills hitting the feed, we got a lurk for Tyra as well. JS Feltner just biding his time, waiting for his teammate, but he's not going to have too much time to do so. He's being cornered by both of these players. It's Darty with the kill. And now Tyra, this is a round that feels like InControl had it in the palm of their hand, and that hand got ripped open by an unarmored USP of all things. 2 kills for Darty, 2 for Ben Leet. Tyra answers back for 1, knows Darty is below, has to peek on out. Good damage done, down to 49 HP. But the reposition, oh, taking the fight, down to 5 HP, 25 seconds remaining. But Darty peeks out and erases Tyra. InControl have indeed lost control with that pistol round. Boss, though, things looked a little bit suspect. Does look like we've got ourselves a tech pause. I did see Ben Leet just disconnect. So, peekaboo, I'm back on your screen. How's it going? I get to reappear. I get to be here. I get to hang out because we're waiting for Ben Leet. Wait. I could do the thing. I could do the stupid thing that I can do for now. Look. You want to know who we're waiting for? We're waiting for this person right here. You see how they're not connected? You see this? This is who we're waiting for. These people are all here. But this person's not here. So hopefully Ben Leet returns soon. Oh, look. There he is. Oh, he came back to life. Okay, bye. Wait, why am I not disappearing? Anyway, now that we have our reconnection, so InControl, unfortunately, with no bomb plant, are going to have a much weaker buy than they otherwise would. Calamity still with the MAC-10. They still go for the force buy with 4 kills. You can't really fault them too much. The T side of Overpass is kind of one of the more difficult ones, so if you can steal back the momentum on the T side for the second round, it does allow you to swing a few in your favor. Slight about to be challenged here. Here's JS Feltner jumping up and down on the boost and missing it. So that is going to be JS Feltner just dropping. Slight looking for more, but runs out of ammo, so has to back away. He's waiting for this push on in. He's very sure it's going to happen. Meanwhile, Ben Leet on the back side of things. Slight melts through too. And it's just going to be Tyra left standing. Just Tyra and the 1 versus 4, picking up that MAC-10 of B-Wills, but unable to put it to use, so force buy fails. And InControl, not going to be feeling good whatsoever. That's some really good observing, I gotta say. Catching that and then the double. Gonna make sure to give props where props are due. Rue is already doing a fantastic job tonight. All right, gonna be a challenging connector once again. Calamity. So this is the part that I never can understand with Calamity is, yes, I realize that he is an SMG merchant, but his money is just ruined. And so, and he's the first one to go too. The Mag-10 is picked up, and the Deagles do a lot here for InControl. Slight knockdown to 23 HP. That's definitely a killable target. But InControl, after dropping like flies, just JS Feltner and Beast remain. Spent a lot of time talking about how great Beast was last night. We'll see if he comes alive tonight. 1 versus 3. And Boss have the bomb as well. Not going to be anything left for the lad there, as Boss claim a 3rd round. So, and again, this is where it confuses me. There's $3,400 Calamity, just SMGs. Does not know that rifles are in the game. I guess your cash is never broken if SMGs are all you buy. And if you're only ever buying them, you're going to be very familiar with them. It's like everybody else in the rifles. You know, if you're just that good with the spray pattern of a gun, maybe it works out. Nade onto Ben Leet softens him up just a little bit. Though the information back means that Ben Leet can send a counter nade. He does have to be careful here. Calamity's starting to inch his way up and does not want to be caught by this Mag-10. Meanwhile, the rest of the squad looking at a monster pop. Not a whole lot left behind for Boss. B-Will's going to have a lot on his plate, and he's going to go to bed hungry. And there it is. Again, Ben Leet was sitting in connector for so long that Calamity is just able to drop him. Now it's a 5 versus 2, and InControl should be more than capable of closing this one out to put themselves on the board. The Bison should be 1 tap. Well, at the very least, Tyra gonna be losing that AK, so Slight accomplishing a little bit on this MP9. Oh, he's looking for more, but overheats as Beast erases him. So it is just Fruit Cup. 1 versus 4, but this is more than likely just going to be a save, which, honestly, they lose Beast as well. That should be $100 per player on Boss, so even losing the round, the situation's not terrible. Honestly, it feels worse for InControl knowing that they had 1 weapon left that they could have taken out of the hands of Boss. And now that M4 could be anywhere, and with the money, we get a full buy. Not only that, Slight picking up the AWP as well. Well, I will say one thing, is InControl are trying to make these rounds a little bit faster, but the utility out of Boss is going to keep them locked up at the gate. Can't take it too quickly. Even if you have an SMG, you do have to respect the smokes and the fires. And again, gotta keep monster smoked. We can see that on our mini-map. Gotta just keep all the obvious paths blocked up for as long as possible. Force the pushes to be uncoordinated, force them to be messy. What's up, Zerfer? How's it going? And definitely a nice slow round. Nobody sees each other before 50 seconds, and an op shot rings out, and suddenly Calamity is gone. But that was the Mag-10 knocked out of InControl. Good nade onto Tyra. Softens him up a little bit for these M4s. In Control looking for the B pop, but no one's available. No one's going to be taken down too early. Meanwhile, just orbital strikes out of these nades. Good trades back for Tyra and Beast to keep In Control fighting, but it's just going to be Tyra left standing. Coming in from construction. There's two on the side of Boss, and it's going to be Fruit Cup to clean him up. So Boss now off to the races. 4-1 start. They haven't quite broken the money of In Control. Again, it's tough to break the money of Calamity. I mean, things are happening in the first 20 seconds of the round. That's awkward. Beast falls first. This is looking like In Control. Maybe picking the wrong map into their opponents. But it is also their T side, and maybe one is enough. Four to one so far. So I'm doom and gloom at the moment, but not to say that this is far from over. That's cool. Can you actually see, like, in between those signposts? That's pretty sweet. Calamity, there's an AK kill. This will be the A-bomb site. The doors looked like they could have been wide open, but no. Boss with a lurk behind them. Completely smother In Control. They're just not offering a single bit of the In Control is not living up to their name. There's just, I guess at this point I could just start talking about like a boss. Oh dear. Was that, that is a team knife. Well, In Control looking maybe a little bit tilted. Oh, it's just a slaughter. What do you even say? Boss are living up to their name. Slaughter everyone in Monster like a boss. Pick up AKs like a boss. Yeah, we can get another look at this one just because, like, look, we're fully blinded. Doesn't matter. We're spraying into Monster, and there's just enough volume of fire that doesn't matter whether the sprays are on or not. All right, well, there's no pistols now for In Control. They've all picked up the AKs. Oh, that's an airburst nade if I ever heard one. Tyra getting into construction pretty deep. Might spot Darty up on the boost. Not gonna be the case. Again, In Control, able to get in fairly deep, but as soon as they spot Boss, they're just immediately deleted over and over. It feels like there might be some latent tilt from last night where they won map number 1 and just after that weren't able to get their heads on. It's not even close. They're at every place that In Control walk, there's a player for Boss, and they're not winning the mechanics. They're not winning the duels. They're not winning the positioning. So what kind of plan do you try to make here if you're In Control? I feel like we've seen B pops. We've seen some fakes. We've seen a few different things, and In Control haven't been able to open up anything. I'm digging these clicks in spawn. Yeah, we gotta love the Glock ASMR. Just everybody going clickety 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 click. Wow. Go watch someone else then. You don't like it? Go watch someone else. There's other people casting the game. Now, Calamity once again taking the early fight, taking the early damage. Meanwhile, slight headshot on the op. InControl trying to work the A-bomb site once again. This already failed in the second round, but maybe it'll work a little bit better on the pistols. Calamity getting to the front bath here. He's going to be met with Fruit Cup, who's more than happy to melt right through him. Ooh, Slight Op misses, so that is something, a little piece of solace for InControl, but honestly kind of feeling like Boss have been kicked around this ECL. They've had a rough season so far, the second half of 2025. And so this is Boss going, we found somebody that we can just get our aggressions out on, and so that's gotta feel pretty good. Does feel bad for InControl though. I mean, 8-1. At least they're not the 13-0 that happened earlier today. They're boosted up. They're waiting for Tyra to peek on out, but he's just not spotting them. There it is. There's the boost coming into play. Not before Tyra is able to get one of his own, but a minute ticks by. Boss are continuing to keep InControl back. Oh, what do you even plan at this point? InControl just they've lost A's site, they've lost B's site. It's 2 versus 3. This is what feels like the closest round that we've had so far. Ooh, spotted a player over by Dumpster. Knows there's at least one here on A. Smoke goes in. Able to delete the B-Wills. Good headshot. Calamity with 2. This might be it. This might be the round that InControl are going to get back into this game. Fruit Cup now in the 1 versus 2. He's smoked off, mollied off behind Dumpster. He does have the kit. He's also got $11,000, and he's got no fear charging in through the Molotov. That is going to give InControl information about where he's at. Calamity looking to be his first target on long. Spotted and removed. Didn't have very much health left to begin with. Now it's just going to be Scorchy's off. What in the world? Flattened. InControl lose the post plant. 2 versus 1. I'm kind of flabbergasted. I don't even know what you do at this point as InControl. They've finally managed, which should have been a round they won. Everyone in here is the fans of Fruit Cup then, I see. Getting lots of Fruit Cup emotes. That's cool. I would say InControl need to spawn more overlords. I would say InControl maybe should turtle up, build some bunkers. You know, it's just the Zerg rush is not working for them. I would say that Maybe they should stop trying to cheese with a 6 pool. Oh my gosh. Tyra walking right into the arms of Ben Leet, waiting behind the smoke in bathrooms. Ooh. Well, long push resulting in some success for InControl. Maybe there's something to this A site for InControl after all. 2 players here for Boss to try and stop them. B-Wills takes first contact and just Fruit Cup will clothesline Beast. Leave it all up to Scorchy. The flash rings out. Good tag. And that's enough for Fruit Cup to clean this one up. 10-1. I don't know what else to say. There's really nothing else to say. It's just Boss have they have read InControl's status report and decided that some layoffs are in order. Again, it's not even close. Over and over again, InControl will dash themselves against the rocks that are Boss. And again, they will be smashed. There's just not a whole lot else to say. The silver lining is, hey, at least it's not 12-0. You know, it could be worse. Everybody on the team has a kill. That's, you know, what other silver linings can we say about InControl? Tyra has 90 ADR. That's pretty darn good for how poorly things have gone. It's one of those, man, I'm able to get a lot of damage, but we're not able to convert that damage into frags. Ben, with all the time in the world, just plinks away to clean this one up. All right, well, that certainly was a half of Counter-Strike. But now InControl get to take the CT side themselves. They are going to need a perfect 12 rounds to win this one. Sounds like a tall order, but we just watched 11 on the side of Boss, so, you know, anything is possible. Who remembers the CT era where if you got 2 on your T side in 15 rounds, you were feeling good? On a map like Overpass, just like the M4 is just so strong that there's just nothing you can do. Now we shall see. Calamity firing away. The Flash is doing their job, keeping InControl off the path of Boss. Bentley trades 1. We're just going to have a massive brawl with these pistols. JS Feltner with 2. And it's Slight alone in the 1 versus 2. Both of them have dualies. It is 4 guns versus 1. We'll see if this block is going to be enough. He's running low on ammo. Still drops Beast, but Scorchy will finally win one. InControl with a second. That pistol, will it be enough for InControl to swing this one back? All right, full save out of Boss. Nearly full. I mean, they've bought upgraded pistols, but again, when you've got this much of a buffer, I feel like you have to be feeling pretty comfortable on the side of Boss. So I think that You know, they could full send and throw this round and not feel too bad about it. Oh my gosh, Tyra getting overwhelmed here. Oh, still. Well, like what in the world? What in the world? The USP comes out for just nothing but headshots. Tyra with the ace. I'm a little bit flabbergasted because it felt like there were enough guns on the side of Boss to overwhelm, but every one of these shots was a precision deletion. Okay, that's wild. But again, you've got plenty of time to rebound if you're Boss. InControl, at the very least, Tyra is going to be over here like, hey guys, did you see my ace? That was my ace. This is how we come back. I mean, yes, they are ecos, but the USP was pulled out to claim them. There were just some really crisp headshots. Some of the best feelings in CS are just tapping them heads. Now let's see what this AWP has to say. Tyra hanging out long. Spots one over by tree, so knows there's at least one involved. Meanwhile, the swing will succeed. The double swing, Ben Leet. Smoke put down for long. InControl already rotating on over, so they will meet the full force of both teams. B-Wills, though, still able to get involved on this round, but the MP9s get activated for InControl. That gives time for Beast to join in as well. And now B-Wills has to do it alone. He's one of the ones that opened up this round, but he will be closed out in the end. And InControl grab a fourth round. Oh, we're going to go back to the... Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, a less experienced player would be panicking here. He's like, oh man, there's all five here. No, Tyra, calm, cool, collected. Just dropping headshot after headshot. Like, oh no, the gun ran out of ammo, could run away. No, switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading. But now it's Boss's turn to take out the pistols once again. With every passing round, this one gets more and more nervy. Oh, Tyra, this time he's able to drop Darty, but B-Will's on the trade, and that's an AK. There's 3 pieces of armor left on the side of Boss. Suddenly this one feels like it's been tossed into question. Ooh, have Boss slip the net as well. Going up connector is definitely a smart choice. 2 players on each site or InControl. Ooh, Beast able to get 1. Now it's going to be up to Scorchy. The AWP misses, will be overwhelmed, and these Tech 9s might be just enough for Boss. 3 versus 2. B-Will's on 5 HP, but that AWP, that is the perfect weapon to have on 5 HP. 1 shot, 1 kill. Can these rifles of InControl overcome what's up the other side of them? The answer is no. Fruit Cup. Oh dear. Oh no, InControl, you just lost to pistols. Not only that, now there's 1 round separating you from the end of this one. Well, this might be it. There are weapons on the side of InControl. They've got what I would call an InControl full buy. That's a good nade to start things off, soften up one of those rifles. Boss on the verge of a crushing victory here. They can just secure 1. They've got 8 chances to do it, too. They've lost 1 to the boost, though. Man advantage for InControl. B-Will's looking for something sneaky, and he's going to find it. That is just Calamity down. That is the MP9 dropped. And a tag onto JS Feltner from the op of Slight. Boss will try their luck on the B-bomb site. They'll be caught by Tyra from behind. So again, InControl grabbing that man advantage. They're able to put their foot on the gas pedal. But are they able to keep it there? Keeping a player behind a connector could be a very smart choice. Fruit Cup able to cut off this rotation. Able to cut off the whole flank. If his teammates are able to work with him. Oh, the comms working out well. He must have heard Tyra. And that's going to be curtains. 3 versus 3. Now they do have JS Feltner coming up connector behind them and 2 players in front of them. One of those players is Beast. And I could not stop talking about Beast last night. Will tonight be any different? Tonight really has been Tyra's night so far, but here's Beast sitting truck. JS Feltner. Oh dear. Darty and Slight have already bulldozed the other players on site with 10 seconds remaining. Darty, is he going to get the bomb down? He doesn't need to. Instant trade through the smoke. 13-4 out of Boss. And they have obliterated InControl.